Hey, welcome back to the Front Porch. We are very excited to have Donny Lambeth, president of all the new things going on here at Lexington Memorial Hospital. Donny, let me tell you, you've been in the neighborhood for a while, haven't you?
I have been. I've enjoyed being down here in this neighborhood. It's a great neighborhood, and I'm looking forward to being here a few more months.
Now, you also have seen the tremendous changes that have taken place here at our hospital in Lexington. For those of you that don't know, and there's quite a few people that don't realize all the exciting things going on at our hospital, give them an idea of what's changed, what it was, and where we're headed now.
Well, actually, the first thing that we changed recently was the name.
Right.
It's now called Lexington Medical Center.
Lexington Medical
Fits within the overall branding of the Wake Forest Baptist Health System. But there are a lot of things going on here. We're very fortunate here to have a number of new services that we've been able to bring to Lexington community. We've added a wound care center. We've added both cardiac and pulmonary rehab. And you know, a lot of these services, people would actually go out of the region for the care. And one of the things we're trying to do is bring services here into Davidson County so that people can stay here in the county rather than having to travel outside.
Let me, I want you to elaborate on some of these new services and some of the fantastic new physicians that are part of these new services. But this, as far as a philosophy for Baptists, this is a big deal for Baptist Hospital. We're like Baptist East now. This is their first extension.
Really is a big deal. When Baptists looked at it, we thought this was a perfect opportunity for us because Davidson County is actually the #1 referring county into the medical center outside our home county, Forsyth.
Wow. Now, you were mentioning some of the services that are now available here that you don't have to go out of town for. Give me an example, the wound care center, the pain clinic. I've heard of people tell me, well, I'm getting cancer treatment in Lexington now. Give me some more examples and elaborate a little bit on these new services.
Well, you think about cardiac rehab, which, you know, at some point we all have that risk. You used to have to go to either Rowan or back into Wake Forest Baptist, and you actually can receive that service now right here in Lexington. So there are a number of services like that in which people were traveling out of town for cancer therapy, radiation therapy, but they can actually receive those services right here in the community.
Now, you still employ quite a number of local folks here. In addition to the specialists that have moved here, the hospital really is growing.
Actually, we want it to grow, and we want it to continue to grow. We employ about 800 employees. It is certainly a big part of this community. It's a big part of economic development. You know, every community that is going to be a strong community needs a vibrant hospital. And we employ 800 today. We'd like to see that number grow as we add new services, and we are going to continue to grow services in this community.
A lot of these jobs are high-tech jobs because of the high-tech equipment. I've seen equipment in the new services that you're providing that for a while I didn't even see it at Baptist Hospital.
Well, that's a good point. And there are some things here that you know, were the first within our system and weren't necessarily first at Baptist. They were first here in Lexington. And a good example of that's the robot. I don't know if you've seen the Lexi, our robot.
I've heard about it.
But if you, you know, stroke is very important that you receive care as quick as you can to minimize long-term damage. And Lexi, actually, if you present to the ER there in Lexington, you actually can get a specialist on the phone. The specialist actually can check your vitals and then determine whether you're having a stroke and whether you need to be transferred into the medical center.
Wow.
So it's an unbelievable service that's right here in this community.
I've already met the new heart specialist. Incredible department. I had no idea that amount of service was available because before, like you said, you'd have to go out of town for rehab or certain treatments. It's all right here now.
It really is.
Now, let me ask you this. An important department here in Lexington has always been the emergency room. And you know, you hear different tales of emergency services at hospitals all across the country, but now Lexington Medical is taking emergency room services very seriously.
Actually, it's a big priority of mine. When I did the analysis several years ago, and I was part of the team that presented here to the Lexington board, I realized then that we had a little bit of a public PR problem with the current ER. And we've actually made a lot of changes. The most significant change has been the certified emergency physicians from Wake Forest Baptist are actually staffing the emergency room. So if you're going to go to the emergency room, if you go to Wake Forest Baptist or you go to Lexington, you receive basically the same services. Certified emergency room physicians who are on the staff at Wake Forest right here in this community taking care of the people in the ER. Now, we do have some challenges. Our ER is so small, and we have 31,000 visits there a year. It is growing. We're well above our expectations for this year. And over the long term, we're actually looking at a new ER, an expanded ER, and that's something we're evaluating right now because we do not have the physical plant that we need longer term to be able to meet the needs in this community.
Now, are we going to keep the air care flying in here?
Something I'm very proud of is air care, and that is based here in Lexington, and it will be sort of the southern part of our system to meet the needs here in this region.
The air care is the hospital helicopter that flies into an accident scene or
That's right.
a catastrophe or something and gets help or people to where they need to be quickly. Well, what you're telling me is the place they can bring them is going to be right here in Lexington to get that kind of care.
That's exactly right. Exactly right.
Man, that's good news. That's great news. Now, we got a lot of friends on the foundation board, and they seem to be incredibly excited not only about the new things going on at Lexington Medical, but the future. I can't imagine with all that's going on now, how bright is the future? What have you got in mind for, say, 5 years?
Well, actually, the future is very, very bright. I see a number of things on the horizon. We will continue to grow services. We're actually completing a physician manpower plan for this community right now. And what that's telling us is we need more primary care physicians in Davidson County. And so we will be making a major investment in new physicians, hopefully many of which will live in this community, and growing our primary care capacity. We will continue to rotate specialists from Wake Forest Baptist. We're looking at the Brenner Children's Hospital as a way to improve services here for children. You know, children's health care needs are a little different than adults. And we're looking at ways that we might could take the expertise from the Brenner physicians and staff and have that here in Lexington as well.
This is unprecedented opportunity for medical care in our community. If someone wants more information, they can go to your website. What is that website?
Well, we're actually improving our website as we speak. We will tie that, link it back into the Wake Forest Baptist, but you can actually go to the website. You can receive a list of the services. My characterization right now today is it's a little behind. We need to refresh it. That's what we're working on. It will take a few months. And it will link us into all the services available from Wake Forest Baptist complete through our system.
Excellent. Hit the contact button on the website, and they'll send you their news. You got a newsletter that goes out.
Exactly.
That's a super piece of information. And the hospital goes out in the community, has various services all the time. A good way to learn about the hospital is to go to one of these services, a blood pressure check, a cancer screening, various things around the community.
Yeah, I actually think it's important that we go out into the community and we do those screenings, because sometimes people are actually a little reluctant to go to the doctor.
Right.
And yet they might go to a screening because they may be worried about something. So if we can do more of the screenings, we do some of that now at Walmart. We do lunch and learns for people in the public who can come in and learn about a specialist or about a service. We're providing a new service here in the community, and we're going to continue to expand on those types of services as well.
Let me make a deal. If you'll keep watching Hometown TV today, we'll tell you where some of these events are.
That would be excellent.
And make sure you are aware of what's going on and how you can take part in this. All I'm hearing is good stuff about how you want to involve Lexington Medical in the community, and you want the community to be involved with Lexington Medical.
Yeah, I want this community to feel like this hospital can provide them the care that they need and that they don't need to go out of county. One of the reasons we looked at it from Wake Forest Baptist perspective is that we don't have a whole lot of extra capacity at Wake Forest Baptist. So we thought this was a great way, sort of as you said, our East Campus or our Southern Campus, that we could actually grow services here and take advantage of the underutilized ORs, the underutilized bed capacity, and then grow over time things like rehab, ER, that we do believe that there's a great need here in this community.
Okay. It's all good news and getting better every day.
I hope so.
Thanks to Donnie and his staff. You got a good thing
We
going,
have a
and I
great
appreciate
team.
that.
We have a very good team.
We're going to bring you more. Will you come back and
I would love to
and
come
let
back.
us meet some of the folks maybe?
Oh, that would be great. We have some excellent physicians we're bringing in this community, and I'd really love for you to get to know them better.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, check it out for yourself because you need to know. We'll be right back on the front porch on Hometown TV today, so you keep watching.